Hello, I'm Andy, and this is a program called Best Vocations, Talent, Skills for those born on the 3rd of January. Before I begin, here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and most importantly, reading your palms. Your palms are very special. They belong to the energy of the soul. Who do you think is changing all these lines and signs? Is the soul, the third eye, and the aura doing it? We'll talk more about that later. And I'll show you if you like to play lotteries, how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. I'll show you a lot. We'll talk more about this later in the program. So, you born on the 3rd of January, the best vocation for you. Well, you have a character and a personality which needs to lessen the tendency to dominate and to take control. In fact, you may have inferiority complexes. You have to find out what they are. Are they on the physical side of you? Are they on the mental side of you? Are they on the emotional side of you? Because they interfere with partnerships, whether in business, in job, or in any situation where money and finances is concerned. You have a personality which can be very vibrant, but at the same time, you can be very moody as well and very changeable. And so that's not a very good idea to become a person who is likable. The physical, mental side of you, the physical side, it tends to bring about a tendency to dominate. The mental side makes you very stubborn. The emotional side, very changeable. So you have to see that all these problems you have to create. So if you see me for a 90-minute session based on your date of birth, time of birth, and most importantly, reading your palms, I will have this 90 minutes with you to tell you how to improve yourself. Whether job or business, you are going to be a person who will be very learned, which means very scholarly. You may be going to colleges or even universities, and you can be a very good teacher if you want to be, or you could just get the degrees and then look for very good jobs and also businesses. So this step up will make you require their first most productive early ages to do that. The bad in you is, as I said, the stubbornness. And there's also a planet that makes you argumentative easily. And there's another planet that puts you on fire, which means you get, with your words, extremely vibrant and in your actions as well. This vibrancy sometimes can be determined as your bad temper that you may have. So you have to learn to take the soft approach. I'm going to give you some positive ages to show you the cycles for you born on the 3rd of January. The positive cycles first. You have many cycles in your life. To give you an example, the positive cycles, your age of 17, 26, 35, 44, 53, 62, 71, 80, 89, or 98 years old can produce a lot of good luck for you, whether in the job areas, whether in the business areas. As you approach these ages, which I've just mentioned, you'll get luckier and luckier with support coming for you. And as you enter these ages, you'll find the rewards waiting for you. So we call them in astrology good cycles. We have many of them. So when you see me for a 90-minute session, I will talk to you about the next 9 year cycles that will be giving you plenty of good luck. But you also have negative cycles. I'm going to give you an example for you born on the 3rd of January. Be careful the ages of 12, 21, 30, 39, 48, 57, 66, 75, 84, or 93 years old. You have to be very careful. And in fact, your age of 3 itself can make you to be put under stress one way or another. So where the job business is concerned, your vocation, you must be very careful as you approach these negative cycles which I've just mentioned, the ages. Things can start to worsen and worsen, whether in the job, the business, anything to do with finances as well. And when you enter these ages I've just mentioned, everything falls apart all over the place. So you see, these are cycles which should know from the very beginning, which I will tell you during this 9 year session or this 90-minute session to know your next 9 years. Your strengths are many. You can be depended on because you have a wonderful Saturn position and you have that power of determination to push your plans through. But your weaknesses are also some. As I said, the changeability in you, the tendency to lose hope very quickly, and also the trouble of being secretive in one way or another, which means that you could bond with people who are not good for you, who teach you the secrecy side of financial areas, which can get you into trouble. Your health area. Health is, of course, very important, whether in job, in business areas, because the mental side of you depends on the physical health as well. And born on the 3rd of January, I worry that you are born with a weak heart. And that weak heart may be troubled by very high cholesterol. And that very high cholesterol will damage your arteries, block the arteries. And my take is that's one way that your heart could have problems. You will also have difficulties of the lower spine, which will upset your movements. And when it upsets the movements, you can't carry out your duties in your job or in business. And that can handicap you. I could give you a lot more information about your health. But right now, all I know is born 3rd of January. If I had your full date of birth, your time of birth, and most importantly, read your palms, then that would be very interesting to know what your palms say. Did you know that 250 over 1,000 babies are born today? And the number is increasing. Can all these 250,000 babies have the same passage in life simply because they're born on the same day? No, they can't. Because each of them will have different palms. Because the palm belongs to the soul. Nobody can have your palms because nobody can have your soul. So that's why I include palm reading very importantly. So we'll have to look into your health condition because a lot will depend on that to see how well you do in the job, business, and how your talent and skills can be brought to reality. Your temperament is going to be a problem. Firstly, because when you're defeated, you lose hope very fast. And when you're on top of it, you get a little bit too energized and you start to take things even at a risk value. So try to find the middle ground would be better for you. Regarding what kind of job? Well, you'll be very lucky in the real estate business. Excuse me. You'll be very lucky in the real estate business. You could be very lucky as a politician working for the government. And you could also be very lucky in anything that has engines like motor cars, motorbikes, selling them or creating them. You have a wonderful Mercury planet, which means the speech from you and the thinking from you can be very, very vibrative, very interesting to hear you say things and plan things in a way. You have a wonderful Uranus, which means you could be lucky with the internet in every way, information technology. And you have a wonderful Venus, which creates all the creativity that may come for you. So there are so many talents that you have. Be careful when you're traveling. The planet of travel is not very stable. So whether it's in your own country traveling or overseas, always map out the plans carefully because disruption can come from there. Regarding your image, you have to be careful that many will remember you as too changeable and not dependable sometimes. And that can be because your ego is also very active. When the ego is too active, then you become very fussy with the people you work with or do business with. And that's a problem with you. So all these things I can tell you, all just based on just the 3rd of January. Just imagine if I had your full date of birth, your time of birth, and read your palms, how accurate I would be for the next 9 years. Why 9 year cycles? Because the 9 planets take their turn from the calendar year side and also from the age side. And that's how I map out for you, age by age, calendar year by calendar year for your next 9 years. So there's a lot to teach you on how to get all the energies of these powerful ways that we can become the success we want to be. Your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days. And also I will show you If you like to play lotteries, how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers, a system which I will teach you very quickly. And I will show you how to read yourself so that you can enjoy the luxury of showing your best examples for everything. There's a lot to teach you. And more than that, what else can I teach you? There's so much to teach you. Well, this next 9 years of your ages, age by age, different sets of planets will move in and move out. And so the vibrancy can be definitely required. The vibrancy simply means the energies that you have. And that is what I will show you as well. And as I said earlier, your lucky colors, lucky gemstones, lucky days, lucky directions, all these energies are extremely important. And with all these energies, the good luck will come. The soul, the third eye, and the aura. We all get it very late, always in our late 50s or 60s or 70s. Doesn't seem to be given to younger people, but there is a way how to accelerate the energy. And during this 90-minute session, I will show you how. At whatever age you came to see me, even as a teenager, I'll show you how to accelerate the energies so that you don't have to wait for your old age to get the vibrancy of the soul, the third eye, and the aura. So there's so much to teach you and all sorts of things. In the meantime, just remember, being too oversensitive may show you to be too unstable, to try to control that part of it as much as you can. Here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years, and I will reply to you. And remember, all it costs you is USD $50. And I will show you all the magic of how to get the vibrant soul that you have to get activated as fast as possible. It was good talking to you. You're going to have a chance of doing things on a very big scale. But born on the 3rd of January, the danger is always, could you sustain that effort? And you can sustain it with all the different ways of energies I will teach you. In the meantime, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you. Goodbye.